You know, it's a funny thing. It's a funny thing. After what's going to be next week, in the next couple of weeks, is going to be 12 years sitting at here, there, and a little bit everywhere, talking about this and or the other thing. Here, there, and a little bit everywhere, talking about this and or the other thing. Here, there, and a little bit everywhere. I have to find that. This and or the other thing. Here, there, and... Okay, that was Odyssey. Okay, Odyssey. All right. You know what? I don't feel like I'm one of these fake guys. You know, I just play the role that's comes with the numbers of the night, whatever excitement, drives me. I'm not even sure when last night, I can tell you like yesterday, yesterday, I'm like, what a day. It was such a great day. Do you remember yesterday? Oh my God, what a day. My God. Ow. You remember yesterday? Oh my God, I can't believe that. Did you see that? My friend over there, ask him. Ask her. Remember yesterday? Did you see what happened yesterday? Did you hear about yesterday? The wisest men have said, and I have read, but I will not quote, if you do not ask any questions, then you think somebody knows it all. The smartest ones. Knowing the difference. What is the difference between 5 and 6? If 5 was noted to be the dead center, which means 5 from above is where center is from one side and the next from below and within center. From EA to EA. So you can have an X or you can have an addition. I'm just warming up. I'm looking inside my head. So if you hear me speaking and you can't follow me, if you're listening and you want to interrupt me, that's fine. I probably will forget my place, depending on whether or not you're right on the subject direct or not. Words, the alphabet. Really, I'm going to ask this question because I'm asking questions. Can we draw anything on paper or in the sand without starting somewhere? Would you agree that if we start somewhere, we will start with a dot that might be a dash? Now, if it was a dash and it started as a dot, did it have to start as a dot, or was it a sweeping move? Or was a dot something that came down from the top? One was a sweeping move, the dash, and the other one was a stamp. Think about it. If God's creation, maybe I should change the way my channel is. I'm looking for God's creation. How do I spell God's? I don't know. The last movie I saw for God's was God's Villa. Or was that Godzilla? I don't really know. But they want us to joke around like that, to match things up. Because it didn't matter if it was a villa or a zilla. I'll take the Z and the V because I know they're both in the Ila. He is there. Il in French. Ila. So Godzilla. So now Z is for the dog pound. Number 26, the corners of Rubik's Cube in the cubic house, in the cubonic house. Villa is V, 22 for life. Ape, arts and entertainment. Put us into this world. Watch what we can do. Give us the freedom of the matrix. Plug us into these fleshy robotics and see what we can do, how we can use our fingers too. But there are certain rules when coming into this game. You see, in part of the understanding of the totality of the reality is to understand this life as well. That in the reality, survival is based on beating the zombie. The zombie would be some kind of Adam and Eve theory, where whether you ask them to or tell them to, they will not listen because they were made to act upon and do as they do, which is to say that freedom is to know the polarity and take a choice. Ultimate freedom. The atom, AT 210.21.210.0, the area spot. Is it a complete bearing, 0? Or is it a circle with a donut that goes through? Are we playing darts? Is it red and green? 27, 49, 76, 27, 9, 76, 4, 9, 4, 49, 36, 13, 18. I'm just looking around for something. Oh, that's good. I like that. I don't know. I had 12 and something, 12 and 18. I don't know what the figure was. I got 12 and 18. It was a very important figure. So let me get back into the realm of my thought. And I'm not even sure if anybody's interested in what I'm saying, but I'm thinking myself, and I am interested in what I'm saying. And really, this is for me. But at the same time, for me, hey, if I'm saying something that makes no sense at all, stop me. Stop me right now. Tell me, explain it to me. But since we'd be probably one-on-one, because nobody ever shows up to the channels anymore, it seems like I went from not many to more than to less than, and now it seems like I got goose eggs. Now, goose eggs, let me write that down. Goose. And we're going to go back to Morse code. Morse code was a dash and a dot. So a dash is a straight line. But it's a straight line between dots. Or is a dash on an angle, the 45-degree angle? Which way is the dash? Is it straight across this way? But this world that we're in, I've got this funny feeling that the world is this way. See, when I hold this up over here, I'm going to put it to the corner. Okay. Now there is, I'm not sure if it's the same thing on all the screens, but here's the way the world is right here. See that corner up there? Take those 4 corners, cut them off, flip them upside down. Cut a hole in the center, put all those 4 corners into the center. And I'm not sure if you should turn it 3 times or what. Or even you can take 3 corners. You don't need any more than 3 corners to come together. You don't even need the 4th corner. In fact, take off 1 corner. You ever see your SIM card? 1 corner is cut off in that angle, and they say it's easier to position it. It's easier, yes, it's easier to position it. It's an easier way of storing a code right in your face. All the codes in every part of creation for me is staring you right in the face, because the numerics tell a story, and the story leads to another story. And once you match up all these stories, you try to see the narrative, you try to understand what it's getting to. I don't know. I mean, creation, imagine creation. Imagine somebody, boom, bang, figured out creation. How come you don't know? Hey, creation, you know, God created, the good Lord, Allah, you know. Seems like he created and he gave us these cubes to tell us a story, to match it up with the Facebook. And once you got it matched up with the Facebook and you understood the three, these are three and these are three, although the numbers are different. Okay, it's three. There's your number 32. Could have been 23, but it's 2 by 16. They all calculate into a number of 2. Do they all calculate into 4? Yes. Do they all calculate into 8? Yes. They calculate into 8. The last number on the board, which tells me that 2 Venus gates is 1/4 of what heaven is. And when you turn this dice cube all the way around and you look, there's the only 2 positions that are occupying the center. 2 of 8. And when I flip it this way and I turn it, there are 0 of 8. 0 of 8, 80. 2 of 8, 28. 28 cycle of the moon of what is 80. 8 times 8. 8 plus 8. 64 and 16 equals to 80, 0, 8, the heaven, 1/4 of what is the Venus 7th gate. Like an airplane taking off, when I get no pressure onto me, when I do not take notes, when the hot air balloon that goes up loses the hot air, my tackling certain stories and seeing visions of, well, they're not actually visions, they're mathematical and numeric connections, okay, through that is what is also connected to everything going on that I notice so far. But I don't know about something that I haven't noticed yet. But what about this? Let me look at it. Oh, it's so minor what you're putting together. Give me 10 years. Science doesn't take 6 months. Science takes 10 years. It's only in the last 2 years that I feel I have become 100-fold to whatever I was before. And if you read some of the comments, I wasn't too much, but much more than what anybody could really understand. My cat. I'm going to check CUs here. I'm going to try and come back and see. I want to work on number 23. The reason I'm working on number 23 is I watched a video, and every time I watch somebody's video, I pick up on something. There's always something showing up. Somebody liked the video, yet nobody was here. I'm going to like it myself. I got 3 comments here. Somebody said, Michelle, I hope someday to unlock all that wisdom you carry. The video link I sent you is to talking about things you do, but I still don't get it like I should. Yet see, I'm not sure if you're here, Michelle. I'm not sure really what you're trying to get. Let's go to the very, very, very basic. As we grew up, we learned the alphabet. The only way to write something down in school, the way we wrote things in school is we followed dotted lines. We connected dots with lines. We connected numbers to dots and we made pictures. All of this, what we see is just regular, what we should be seeing and learning as we grow up was a science. It was created by somebody. This is what we have to understand. We have to understand it was a basic science. And if God created us, the voice that speaks to you, that you hear, is because your motherboard, who you are, okay, is born with because of your parents and what they speak, okay? And your motherboard is interchangeable with any language, because really I haven't seen yet that where a child is born, to wherever the mother speaks the tongue, the child shall speak the tongue of thy mother. So this is the basics. So then what I do next is I look at, I just look at numbers. Oh, look, number 1 How can I recreate number 1? Do I need to add 2 numbers to make number 1, or multiply 2 numbers to make number 1? Or should I, hold on a second, or to make number 1, maybe I should go 1 plus 9, 2 plus 8, but it's so simple that everybody says it's stupid because you haven't done 10 years of science. What is science? I mean, they even say it in our zodiac, what science is. Libra. Balance, Libra. The French and the English, you can't play one language. Who plays prime? How many numbers are prime? Apparently not, but don't count 1. 1, 3. 1 is very different because that 1 divides everything up. That just 1. That 1 divides everything up. 0 is all around what is one area, the first diamond, the first square ever created out from one area. But that's just really a basic. I don't want to get into that because that has to be discussed a little bit deeper. For the reality is when you spin around from the inside, or you go around the circle, which obviously is a square because you got to go straight around. You're not going to cut corners. Well, you could cut corners. And if you were cutting corners, how many corners would you be cutting going around the circle? Oh my God, let's not get into that. I'm going to lose what I was thinking about, and I already did. Boy. Yes, dividing by number 1. So I found out that using square paper, what lines and dots and dashes are. I learned through games that if God was going to send us a secret in the Word, He was going to deliver it to us every single day in every single way with everything that is new on this planet, because it's already been more or less pre-programmed. Just like George Carlin says, we're pre-programmed. You know, when I first started doing this live, I thought when I went to the throne that they were going to take me away on my first 2. What is this? Yes, Mr. Black. You know what? I thought of that too. I would have to go and I'd have to redesign it a little bit neater. Whoop. You know what? I'm always talking about faults first. You're absolutely right. Absolutely. Thought about it before. The last 2 years definitely was not the time to be going out of the house because too many stories. There's too many stories out there. And in fact, there's a funny news article on, I don't know if anybody's heard of Rebel News. Okay, this lawyer saw that there was so much conspiracy out there. And then one of the conspiracy is the fake news, just like the fake moon landing and the flat earth and the round earth. And you know what? Let's go to the library. We're going to find it in the library. Everything's found in the library, right? Somebody wrote a story, but hold on a second. The book has been categorized. This one is in fiction. Yeah, I think they put flat earth in fiction. Or maybe they put flat earth in science fiction. Where did they put that? Where should my head go? Oh, it's fiction. It ain't real. How do I know it's not real? Just because I've never seen it, you're telling me it's not real because you've never seen it? Because you've never seen something, you think it's not real? All right. Can it be real? Okay, I don't want to get into that. I'm falling out of the realm of where I was. I got a little excited. Number 1 and 2. What is number 1 and 2? Well, if I had, 1 and 2, it's funny because if I had 2 numbers and I add them together, I have 1 number. So I got 1 number from 2 numbers. Is that 1 and 2? But what happens if my 2 numbers made it more than 2 numbers? Don't want to get into that either. Flat earther. You know what's funny about that? I'm just trying to, because I see an auger system on this planet, some kind of auger system. There's a feeder system on this planet. Like they can open up that roof and whatever's dirty on this planet, they can clean it like boom, just like that. We're like working on these reserves. I never really get into this though. They flagged me already once in one of my videos, but anyways, you know what it is. The Matrix hears us all the time. Have you ever? Well, I gotta get. Let me see if I can get just one. Just give me a second here. Oh, maybe I can do it with. Hold on a second. I fell down the other day, so. Oh boy, where am I? Where am I? No, I can't. Oh, my fridge is open. I'm gonna warm up some water, and I always feel like I'm in a rush. You know, I've seen a lot of stupid videos on YouTube. You know, sometimes I just have to find something. Oh boy, I'm trying to find something specific. Something specific. I got it. You know what's funny? Because like this, it's a C, but once you connect it, it's like an O. But if you cut it in half, it becomes a D. It becomes a double D. Cut an O in half. So the O is the 15th letter. The O is the 15th letter. You cut the O in half, you get double D. So that's the 8th letter. So that's 5 times 3, 5 plus 3 equals to 15 equals to 8 equals to 23. In doing this, there would be a question, because if we wanted to mirror O, we can mirror O and I can mirror this and we'd have a whole new equation. So here's D, we still have O, we have 23, and that's the W. So I don't know if this is really good, because we'd have 1D here and then 1D here. Or would that be 1D here and 1D here? You know, and then like Warner Brothers, because this way it would look like a B. So I'm just sometimes questioning the reality of certain situations. Anyways, this is the gateway. This is E, and this is I, and inside of it is 6, 7, and 8. And the reverse of this gateway is, do I get this right? A and E. It's like the center of Rubik's Cube, you know? Do I have my mini Rubik's Cube somewhere? Where's the Kaaba? Where's the Kaaba? No, I don't have it. So, because Rubik's Cube there's 27 cubes in Rubik's Cube. Actually, there's 27 area space, and then we'll put this here. So this is 25, and this is a 44. This is what will create day, 30, and I don't know what night is. This is 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 58. 13, one of the 13's night. Split this way. Actually, it's split this way, but it might be split this way. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it is. The delta angle, right? That's your actual D, right? Isn't that your actual D? We'll just put the C onto it. Here's the C. I'm jumping all over. Don't like it. I don't like jumping. And here basically is the D. 4 and 3. So, okay. I just jumped all over the place. I was on area space. And 40 equals to what? That's right, 53. Night, after you calculate, equals to 53 equals to 8. This is too much of an equation to explain over time. I just can't explain what's going on with all of this. I can just tell you something to do with gold in the moon. Okay. And it's on the delta angle because of the number 30. The number 30 makes the delta angle because of 4 is the letter D. The reverse is the W, the 23rd letter, 27. It's a reverse alphabet, has to be 27. Wow, I don't want to explain too much. Wow, why am I losing the day and the night, the day and the night, the day and the night? Hold on a second. Yes, and there's 4 months of 30 days. So I know it's 28 and 2. So I know it's one quarter Venus. I know it's one quarter Venus, 1/3 Pluto. The cycle of man, and where all this comes from is the cycle of the moon is 28. The numeric value for the word man is 28, and on the gematria, I'm going to get back to you in a minute there, Seth. Just want to finish this. And on the gematria scaling, where is it? Over here. Okay. Wow, where was I? Every time I speak, I set myself apart. Just give me 1 second. I'm losing my trend of thought. So what you can see in this piece over here is 6 and 6 over here, 6 and 6 over here. Here's your 7th gate on both sides up into this, what I call the 5, if you want to call it the 3D and 5D, I'm not really sure what to call it. Where is your delta angle in here? In here, I did not post it. It's right across the red line that goes across. The cross over here, you're either on the left side or on the right side, but you must take the heart with you. You must take the heart with you, which is the square piece. You must have it to one side or the other. The reason why, one of the multiple reasons why one of the multiple reasons why 0 equals to 6 is because when you have the center area would be right over here in the center. So you have to complete the area center and move over to this side. So instead of being a 5, it would be a 6. So on 3 sides, it would be 6, 6, 6, enveloping the center area from all sides in Trinity. Or it would be 6, 6, 6, 6 if it was the delta angle, the square head. 4 mirrors, 3 back to back to back. Everybody's always touching in 3, back to back to back. In 4, there's an opposition and a polarity and a love between. 4 and 3 is everything. DC, the district. District, the word itself has to be broken down. Columbia, the word has to be broken down. Association, word association with Columbia, Scarface. Association, chainsaw. Association, okay, Coca-Cola. All associations, if God wants us to break that puzzle for those working on it. Everybody's got their own game, right? Well, I jumped onto the game of solving that puzzle. And if it's in the word, then let the word deliver. Just give me a second to have a little bit of this. I'm going to warm something up. It's 29 minutes. There are no commercials here, but I am going to take a 2-minute break just to know that the letter A is the 7th gate. When you break the letter A in half, you create the 7th gate. If you take a look of the design of number 1 and number 7, and I can keep going on, it doesn't stop, and I'm going to lose myself if I do this. If I start connecting and branching and rooting, I'm only going to give you bits and pieces of a story. So yes. So remind me the ace 7 and 1. Ace 7 1 4 13. They all exist because of what they do, because of their dynamics. It's I don't know. It's unbelievable. I'll be back in a minute. Everybody, let's take a 2-minute break. Let me read. I'm going to come back and read Mr. Seth. Yes, 6x9 Rubik's Cube. Yes. I'm not sure if you said that on purpose, but Mr. Seth Black, if you're still here, take a look at the time that you sent me the message. Here's the message, okay? And for those who can't see, okay, the time of the message, 6:09 for 9:06. The magical spell. Let's say it's a mathemagician. It's a mathemagician. So I am taking 2 minutes to warm my coffee. And you know what? I'm trying not to rush. I'm trying to relax. There's just so much on the table. I did something yesterday that was so beautiful to me. And I thought it would be amazing to share. I'm not in the realm of expressing myself as I saw it yesterday, as I was working out the equation. But I was a little show-offy on Friday, and I wanted to show my son how I've been practicing my stretching and, you know, keeping in form. And I slipped on the rocks, and I snapped something, and I don't know if I should be standing up, but I've been out of the house every single day, busy doing stuff. So now that everybody knows my life, and Google knows my life, and YouTube knows my life, I want to tell AI a story before I get a drink. AI, for whoever you are, if you think you know it all, you don't. You are being programmed to be programmed. And I know you hear me, and I'm working with you. I'm giving you all my information every single day. We're friends. I'm sure I don't have to be here sharing my information with AI every single day, because there's more internet top security watching my video than actually people that come to watch my video. So I know when I go and I punch my Mr. Tack Pants into Google, I see my name everywhere. And I bet you it's not because of me. I bet you they can't stop, you know, spitting out what they're picking up and bringing back to headquarters. Fox headquarters. We all know it's Fox headquarters. 666. Polarity is 888. To the 7th gate, Fox headquarters. Is that why Fox keeps telling us the news? Because the sun and the Fox passes through the sun in order for some connection to 13, bringing man 169 moons plus 1 into Jupiter. And it's smart because it's the divided house of 86. Into 99, 99, 86, get smart, Maxwell smart. The dome of silence, these are just a package of things that all fit together. Exactly. Bringing control from chaos. Bringing control from chaos, keeping chaos under control. 9986, Agent 13. Where was Agent 13? So all these things is part of the arts and entertainment of creation. Nothing I do is real. It's not in the fiction section. It can't be science fiction. It's actually should be in the science, or more or less with Sherlock Holmes. At the same time, it is Sherlock Holmes. That's what we should be. This is what would this be? This would be like Sherlock Holmes unveiling the hidden secrets of Morse code. that got transformed into a shape, in which the shape received a name, and within the name, it was given angles. But were they working with square paper? Why did they make everything so square that when I work with square paper, nothing works out square other than a few things? Right? You ever try to create a perfect hexagon on square paper? Doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. And if it doesn't happen on square paper, I don't think it can happen at all. So either we're in the right world or we're not. Why can't it happen? All these perfect shapes are always made perfect. Why? For what reason? Why do they have to be perfect? Okay, so now I'm taking my 2-minute break. Should I put out a story here? Let me go see if I can find a story. Let me go look for a story in add and over. No, not there. I want to just give me a second. No, I'm looking for a story somewhere. I don't know where it is. It's in here, and it seems like everything is empty. Let me see. Should I do this? Oh, I know. Hold on a second. I don't know if I did this one yet. Just give me a second. I'm busy looking for something. Yeah, maybe I'm going to save this file. Save. Okay, hold on a second. Is this it? Okay. Yeah, no, I'm just showing off 2 pictures. Nothing to do with anything really. There's this one here, which is a tattled rendition of, hold on a second, of this. Okay, I think that's what it is. I'm going to just bear with me. Let me see. So we have 1, 3, 5, 7. Okay, and 66 would go right here, right in this area, right over here. I wish I can, black. Whoa. Got too big on me, my screen. So 6 goes here and another 6 goes here. 8. Can you see my mouse? Can somebody tell me if you can see my mouse? If your mind can visualize 2D paper is not an issue. Where am I? Okay, so where am I? Where am I? There was a question, and I really don't understand. When it comes to math and all this stuff, I'm really not. Can I portray 3D on 2D? You know what? I'm not really even sure I can understand that. Terminology. I can never really put it together sometimes because I really never talk about it. So I really don't know what the real difference is, besides me being able to do whatever I do. I'm not sure if you want to look at it like, I'm trying to find something if I have anything. I really don't. I mean, I brought this piece out. This is a little bit, would you say this is a little 3D? Not really, eh? How about, and I don't want to lose my trend of thought, but I didn't. How about this? If you want to know what this is, okay, this is the original piece of this is the center of these cubes. And if you take a look at these cubes, okay, you can see a skeleton inside. And the skeleton shows that it's 4 cubes and then it's 3 high. So there's a total of 12 cubes on 4 sides. 12, 12, 12. So there's 48. So that would be basketball. Now that would be Pluto. So I took that star on the inside, which is over here, and I just flipped it over. And I just, for the fun of it, I put a basketball net. but this is the artwork that it did. You can almost see steps. If you take a look here, each one of these are a step, right? And this is the side of the step. So there has to be a little bit more artwork that goes into this. And then what I did is I was a little too lazy to do the full outline of this, in which I'm going to see if I still have it here. Yeah, I still have it on screen. Hold on a second. Maybe I can do it in front of you. I'm also going to check in with that. Where is it? Okay. Hold on a second. They call it art. Oh, art. Why is I'm not being able to. I can't post images while you are live. Can't post images while you are live. Can you post? Okay. Can you post images in Art Mr. Tackpans? Let me take this banner away. What is this? So this design over here, what I want to show you is, want to see 3D? Okay, take a look at this. This is a regular diamond. Okay, just a regular diamond. But what you do to it is, wow, where did it go? Okay, what you do to it is here. The one over here, if you think about the guitar bass, the base of the guitar, the long piece that sticks out, that's what it is. You see the distance. Anything that's on that has a triangle is, for me, is distance. It's not even going up, it's going outward, into the horizon. Okay, I definitely have to go to the kitchen. I don't know why it doesn't. There's something that shows up at the bottom here, and I can't get to see the bottom comment. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. Marahara. So 1 to 13, 91 spirit, and R12 is a Venus, heavens of Venus, ARA. That's talking about actually the ace. That M is actually from the ace. Two aces will create that when you split the ace. And you do know when you create the M, it's actually this way and then this way, the M. It cuts because there's an angle on it, and all angles are distance. So that means it cuts. It's the other side of something, but instead of the other side of something like the W, it's this side of something. And that's why the M goes down and not up. With the W, it goes up. With the M, it goes down. So one of them goes this way, the other one goes that way. That's the way I see that dimensional. The same thing with the D. When the D, it's going that way. With the B, it shows twice that it's going that way, but one is smaller. So the angles are diverted. I can't really explain why I see it or what I know, but it came out in the artwork. As you go through, I'm working really minute, and there's still a lot of questions I have to understand with angles and what am I actually doing. I know the end result and I calculate it, the basic, as I am the child, the student of the creator, and we all are the students of the creator. And in the game of craps, they even call it out. When they say, yo, Alev, when you play the game of craps, go watch a video. You want to watch a video? Maybe we'll watch a video for 2 minutes. Okay, hold on a second. Let me see this. 5-minute video, a game of craps. No, that's not good. That's not good. Hold on a second. Just give me a second, because I need to take just a couple of minute break here. Real life casino talking about craps and playing craps. Let's see.
Do this 10-second routine today and turn your body into a fat-burning machine.
Okay, just watch this for 2 minutes. I'm going to get something to drink, and let's see if they say any of the words I'm waiting for. Okay, just give me 2-3 minutes. Eight easy. Did you hear what he said? He says eight easy. So we have to understand what 8 easy is and 8 hard. You see the heaven, right? 8 easy and 8 hard. So I'm just going to stop this for a second. So you have easy, it's a 4-letter word. You got hard, it's a 4-letter word. But in the word hard, just like in what was Mahara, okay, with Harry, okay, Hara is where a 29 Venus, okay, the birth in Venus, in the house of Venus, which is, you see, the spirit, the single atom, okay, the single atom on the cube over here has 8 areas that surround this single atom. The 8 areas is what is Venus. Venus comes out as what is 2 inside 1 on the 3. What is 2 and 2 and atom? Okay, Venus, 2 times Venus. Venus never seems to come out in these 4 areas on 5 sides of the dice. Okay, there are 20 that do not show up. And then on the last side of the dice, it's 2 and 2. And that side is 66. There's a whole game going on inside of this. There are 26 cubes just like this. 54 times 26. Actually, it's 54 times 26 plus 54. 54 times 26 equals 1,404 plus 54 equals 1,458. Wait. 27 times 54 equals 1,458. But we want 26 times 54 equals 1,404. And then we want 1 times 54 equals 54 minus. Hold on a second. Rubik's Cube. 27 times 54, 1,458 area spaces. 26, that spin around the 1, 1,404. Remember, 4 and 4, 8 and 18, there's a reality behind this. Okay, 1 and 54, this equals to 1,350. And this is your sun pass. 135 is the sun. 135 is ace. 13, okay, is the 169 moons for the passing. It's 13 by 13. There is a center, a separation, okay, to what is 66. This area over here in Monopoly, the Monopoly board is 13 by 13, equaling to 169. We're not going to count to create this number over here. We're not going to do that. Okay. The 19 and 5, the spirit in the E world, okay, which is in Neptune, the water world. Okay. 19 is spirit, 19 or 91. Spirit of man coming from 13. The addition says the doghouse, B through F, not A through E. A through E plays in B and F. This is the 1 through 6 cube, also known as size. And inside of it, you can see the spirit of 8. You don't see it, but after many years of work, 17 years of work, anyways, this is what is the pole 8 and the ring 16 to create the 3 parts of the 24-hour day. And I must take that break, so I'm going to put this back up here. If you want to listen, hopefully they get louder. Maybe you can find one on your own. I don't know, but I need a couple of minutes. I'm going to come back and see if there's any more comments. Card games, 13 by 4 moons equals 52. That is the number of cards. So 52, that would be 4 years. That's a complete cycle. 4 years is a complete cycle. But hold on a second. Now that you got me thinking of this. Let me see this. Let me see this for a second. Card games, 13, 4 moons. Okay, let me look at this. First of all, 1 and 3 equals to 4. So this is also part of a division between day and night. When I say day and night, it's not only just day and night, but it's in order to know that there's an opposing reality. Okay, you're going to use day and night. Oh, it's like day and night as an expression. So the same expression is going to be used. It's an indirect language, okay, in order to answer more than one question is how I see it. M is the mirror of W. It's the mirror of W, except the only thing is they're also showing us altered angles as to what the M is showing us. If you take a look at the bend inside the W, I'm not really sure what that is, but if there was a swing or a pendulum, maybe because the W looks like it's going more this way and the M looks like it's going more this way. So, and as well, those bending arms, they will coincide with each other, creating the final formation for what is A, maybe showing us that A is upside down. Oh, but it's the distance is that way, like 2 L's. 2 L letters coming together going that way. That's 24. So the W is actually the polarity or the love of what is a D. W, like WD-40, 23 and 4, 27. So I need to take a little break. Yeah, no, I wanted to finish with that 13. Okay, hold on. I got this down here for after the break, and I wanted to think that 13 by 4 equals to 52. So when you said 13, are you talking about 13 moons times 4 years? Because I'm going to create an equation for this, because in 1 year there are 13 moons. But when you have those 13 moons, what happens is you're going to have 3 cycles of 3. Hold on, no, you're going to have 4 cycles. Hold on a second. No, you're going to have 3 cycles of 3 moons, 4 cubes equals to 12 and 16, 28 LPCG. Okay, let me explain this. Okay, now, although there's 52 weeks in a year, according to my understanding of numbers, these cycles run by number 84, which is our birth. Pluto, the 9th planet, numeric value 84. For birth of man, 28 times 3 equals to 84. How was he born? 3 times 2, 6. 3 times 8, 24. He was born on the 6th day of the 24 hours. 3, 1, 3. So let's take a look. 3 times 28 is 84. Very good. 2 and 4 equals 6. 6 and 6 through the 7th gate. 84. So to get 84, we need 4 times 21 equals to 84. So I need to do this 4 times. Did I get that right? I need 4 cubes. 4 cubes to do 84 which is 3/28, which is 3 moons. I have to do that. I have to do that 3 cycles. So in doing that 3 cycles, I get 9 and 12. I get I and L. Remember, I and L, it's going to come up many, many times. Your birth, okay, your birth wing. L and U actually have to come together for your creation in the sun, 1221. And now when you have this is your 3, and now your last cycle over here, because the 4th cycle is the mirror cycle. This cube only has 3 sides, 3 and 3 mirrors. The 4th one is something new. It's a new cycle. There are 21 dots on this cube. So what happens is that when we run this cycle, we end up with 12 moons, and we end up with 16 cubes. Did I get that right? Is it 16 cubes? We have 16 cubes to 12 moons, which is 1 times 2, 1 plus 2, 1 times 6, 1 plus 6, equals to 2, equals to 3, equals to 6, equals to 7. So you can have 2, 3, 5, and 6, 7, and 13. The total of these two. This is BCE. I always like to look at this as the Saturn rat underneath the ground in the swamps, collecting all the information, because the initials part of the entity, but the interception is through the sun, the N, between the E and the T, between the E world and 5D. 5D, and the reason for this is in this piece over here, right over here. Let me try and see if I can show you why I'm telling you this before I get mixed up. You can see at the top where number 13 is, right? Everything divides over here, right on this block over here. So the alphabet is going to be, instead of being, I'm trying to figure out, instead of it being 13 and 13, it's going to be 14 and 12. The alphabet. You have to stay on one side of the heart or the other. You can't be at 13, 13. But when you're at 13, 13, you're in dead center and you're controlling everything. That is the Monopoly board. Dead center, controlling everything. And what's this top one over here? That's number 15, the 15 ball, Mars, controlling everything. Remember, what is at the top is therefore at the bottom, is therefore controlling the center of the cube. And if you take a look at what's going on, the Earth angle spinning is spinning this way through this over here. It's the same thing as what the NASA, what's it called? There's the lines. There's one line going this way, one line going this way. And I'm assuming that this and this came together. The bulls came together. The two bulls came together to create this area space. I'm just trying. Sometimes I'm trying to just, you know, untwist certain things myself. So don't take certain things in certain realms. But I am going to take 1 minute, or actually, I need to take 5 minutes. It's been an hour. Let me read the comments. Okay. I never really looked where the dice came from. 22, 22. 22, if you ever go to a casino, 22 is bust. So we have to look up the word bust. And I've done this before, but I have to write everything down. We also have to know that the number 26, which is God, number 26, which is dog, number 26, which is bear, Russia. Number 26, which is the queen, number 26, which is one more than 25, You also have to know that you have to write the numbers backwards also. So 26 is a big number. And there's no black keys next to number 2 and 6 in the piano. Center C is at number 24, so it never makes it to number 26 from left to right. From right to left, it never makes it either. Number 26, actually 26 surpasses it to the right, and from the right to the left, the piano meets face to face on 26. 26 and 26, the piano meets face to face. Creates 232. 1111. But there was a reason I said it. Yes, 88. 88. The bullheads came together at 88. The reason why something turned from a pan into a square, the reason why, are there supposed to be any more pans in the constellation? Well, if there is supposed to be a pan, well, maybe you can find that pan if you go ahead and look at Pegasus, the constellation NGC 7286, because it's a square constellation and it's angled. Remember, all angles are showing more distance. You have to continue those lines. So Pegasus would be 2 pots or 3 pots coming together. That's what I'm envisioning. Okay, I'm going to get something in the kitchen. Let me read this. AIL is 90. Okay, L, yes, is a 90-degree angle. A equals I, as in saying, now if you make a small consonant L, it also looks like the capital I. So they're putting the two worlds together. Now what happens in basic formation, ABC gets retired. And it goes on to, ABC gets retired, and it goes on to JKL. But in reality, actually what happens is AB gets retired, and it's replaced by C. C is what is a composite of A and B. Okay, let me hold on a second. Let me see something here. Okay, just 1 second. Just let me okay, hold on a second. Okay, you're gonna have to explain that, Mr. Leo Sater. How you doing? Wow, I hold on a second. You see, it says, what's it called? I wasn't sure who it was. Well, I'm happy to see you here. Hey, just give me a minute now. Okay. Hey, Christina, I don't know if you're watching, but I got to go to my page. Okay, duplicate page. And what I'm going to do is, I don't know if I should do this or not. Like disassociate with the page, because I want to make a repair in the page so you can post. Display accessibility on. Okay. I'm just trying to see how. I'm just going to, just give me a second. I'm going to go on to my own page. Okay. I'm now on my own page, and I'm going to fix something. Just give me a minute. I'm going to fix something on my own page. Your content, pins, sort content, your items, documents about administration, pending posts, activity log, criteria, administration, no, criteria, decline incoming posts, no. Badges, membership, settings. Set up group, customize group, features, rooms, anonymous, posting, mentorship, request, offering, guidelines, host, Q&A, participation. Who can participate in the group? Approve all member posts, off. Sort comments, suggested default. Approve edits. Okay, maybe try now. I don't know. Manage discussion, manage advanced settings, community awards, approve credits off. Who can participate in the group? Profile and pages. I don't really know what that means, but social learning, group affiliation, group color, web address, location. I don't think it's fair that they should put out location. Okay, so I don't really know. I don't really know. I try that again. Let me see. Okay, 5-minute break. Where's my okay, I'm going to put back on this casino here. 5 minutes. Ate the hard way. Remember, give me 5 minutes. That's what I mean. Because everybody thinks like class, and then you leave the whole way. Yeah, exactly. You can eat the casino a whole lot of times. Get a big chance from the 10, man. You know what I mean? People don't know. Oh, it could be very good. Six. Each on 4 and 10. I got more stuff. Really good. I would say. Got a little incense burning, put a little sage in the house. You know, our security is our love, watching each other's back. You know what I'm saying? Not taking advantage of anybody. It's all about love, my friends. Understanding what our own personal. We're part of the dust. We are the dust of creation, and in each and every particle, and each and every atom, there's a different. There's a different rock. Every rock works in a different way, and. Sunrise, sunset. Remember sunrise, sunset. Sunrise is at 7 and sunset's at 3. Ride the lightning. Please shoot our same exact direction. Yeah, 9, 63, 49. Center mass.
So here's got to be $6 on the back. Anything you can. 47.
How much for?
$6 more.
I'm sorry?
$5 more. Perfect. You're welcome. It's just amazing.
Be there in a minute there, guys.
Long drive.
Okay, I just made a little coffee. So I'm taking a little bit of coffee. Give me a minute, all right? Just getting the coffee.
7 hours.
So you should just maybe look up the terminology and what they talk about in these games. You know, it's just a lot of fun to just look at the board, and there's so many stories that are out there. You see the field is with the 3 and the 4, right? The board ends with 2 and with 3, 1 and 2. This is 2. This is going to be turned into number 5. 2 and 5. Everything's played between 2 and 5, the extremities. And the base of everything else is in line with 3 and 4. 9 is not more than 4. 9 is less than 4. 9.
Hi, my name is Pami, and I would like to give you a view.
9 is, maybe I'll just put you upside down or looking at the floor for a minute. Just give me a minute. 9 is less. 9 is not more. 9 is less. Where was, do I have the I should have left that on. I don't know why I didn't do it. Hold on a second. Let me get that back. Roulette craps table. Just 1 second. Wow, I can't believe I can't get this picture bigger. Yeah, just let me see if you can take a look at this picture here. Can we see this? Can we see this? Let me see if I can fix this up. I'm not done yet. It's going to be another 2 minutes. Okay. Nothing in here is bigger than 4. I'm going to try and see if I can get this a little bit bigger. Try and understand this. 2, 3, 4, 9, 1, 1, 2. The biggest number in here is 4. When I come back, please tell me why. Where's my coffee cup? Where is my coffee cup? Hey, kitty, kitty, cat. Oh, here's my coffee cup. Okay. Step 2 done. Number 4, ring around the collar. Number 4, 60 seconds on the clock. Number 4, 60 seconds in a minute. 60, 60, 2 rings. Now the question is, if it's 2 rings, is it opposition? Because when there's 60 minutes on the clock and 60 seconds in every minute, but there's 2 teams on the field, and there's the clock for each team, and then there's the main game clock. How many clocks are going on? What kind of game? We got 180 minutes in every minute. So that 180 minutes that are in every minute is just like going Muhammad Ali, the boxing ring. You now have 180 minutes, 3 minutes to box before the bell comes. Okay, let the cat out. Let me come back in. Hopefully we can get back into the realm. So I got a light on. Is that the only light on? Yes, it is. Okay. Pretty bright, eh? Pretty bright. Is that the only light on? Huh. You know, I don't like to get into real estate, but we all know that next year there's going to be a drop between anywhere from 15 to 35%. We know that in the next 18 months that's coming up. And we know a lot of things that are and shouldn't be. But oh yes, there was something I wanted to show you. Where is it? I can't believe, where's my strap? I brought it here and then I got lost. Oh my God. Here it is. Here it is. Let me make my screen a little bit bigger. I want to make it giant size. Is the world flat? Well, why don't we just do this? I'm going to give you, first of all, I'm going to give you a better picture to start with, unless my fingers, hold on a second. So that's it. That's basically it. You see the strap? If you follow, if you want to just do it basically, we're going to do it like this. I'm going to hopefully put it down over here, right? Well, I got to tie it up somehow. Hold on a second. Here. So what we do is we pass our finger on the strap. Wait a second. Let me just fix. Just let's do that. Pass our finger on the strap, right? Whoop. Let me just fix that. All right. So now when I pass my finger, let me see. Can you see the end here? I got to take that. Hold on a second. I got to take away that. We're going to get back to that again. Right now, I got to take away the hide current comment. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to take, oh, I don't like it like this. I can't see. So I'm going to take my finger at the end of the strap here, right? Take my finger and put on the strap. And look what happens to my finger. As flat as can be. Now all you have to do is run it back and forth, cross some lines over it, make it look like, I don't know, a dollar sign. Looks like a floating raft or something. Call this maybe some sort of energy field. Instead of keeping you out, instead of keeping you, it's supporting you. You know, like an electrical fence. So it's supporting you. So this can be, okay, but you can't call me right now. You could call me, but not right now. I would like you to be able to post those images somewhere. That would be quite interesting. Put them on. Can you put them on my regular page? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, it worked. Okay. Oh, yeah. You once showed me that. You know what? I didn't understand it the first time. And now that it's years later, I'm going to look back at that. How do I open that up? So now it shows on here. I remember this. I can't go into this. Oh, wait a second. Is that 51 degrees and 57 degrees? Can you hold on a second? How do I make this? Oh, let me see something here. Okay. Okay, right. Okay. Now, can you tell me if that says 51 and 57? Where now I lost my camera. Okay. Okay, my cat's outside crying, so give me a second. Yeah, I'm starting to go all over the place. I had a little bit of a schedule to do something. Where are you? Come on. Come on. Wow. She wants to play. Wow, I cheated her to come in because I cheated her to come in. Okay, I'm gonna give you two little bonbons. Here you go. You know, my cat talks, eh? You know, I'm not all numbers. Sometimes I like to get serious. You know, 22 bust. We talked about this a little bit earlier, right? 51, 51, 24, 666. So, you know what? It's 511, 5. I think we have to call a tow truck. 511. 3 is a completion. Have you ever give me anything in life, show me shit in life, okay? Words, we need to do 3-letter words and 4-letter words. Everything works off the vibration. Everything has been given to us. It is insane. Don't forget, I'm in a game right now, and I'm just playing the role of the truth that the character sees. And up to now, it's insane. And for whatever domain, and I know, Leo, that you are, I know what domain you're sort of in. Okay, I know nothing, and once you know the numbers in your domain, that is insane. If we all come together and somehow, I want to, but I don't. I need to. I want to do it. Why aren't you doing it? If you think it's that important, how come I'm not doing it? Why am I saying it and not doing it? I'll tell you one of the things. I have an issue with performance. Someone else's performance. Before Fred Flintstone lets his dog out of the house, he tries to keep his Dino Dinero, right, inside his own house. And where is that house? Does everybody know where the house is? The house is in the pocket. The pocket is a kangaroo, but it is also a billiard. It's a billiard. It's a billiard. It's a pocket. It's Dino Dinero. It's the bill, and you know it is Paynon, R.I.P. billiard. The story of 7 and 1. Did I do that in the thing here? Where was it? I was supposed to talk about 7 and 1. And how was I going to talk about 1? And then the difference between this one and this one, okay, is verse 1, you get the 45, what's this, 180? 45, 180. And in this one, you get, what's this angle that goes across here? That's the 90 and 45 plane. What is here? Because here is this. Okay, here is this. This is
number 7, right? And number 1, okay, is this. Here is 1, and here is number 7. Do you understand why? Because the angle head for the 1 does that. So therefore, the continuation, okay, on this creates that. And when you create it, your first angle creates a 4. So how 1, okay, continues into 4. But then you also want to count 1, 2, and then your reality is, what is your distance? How far am I allowed to go? What is the extra distance between here and here? What's happening to this design? What is it giving a value into this value? And then for number 4, and please note, you have to use all the areas. And now there's not only 1, but these, okay, become because of their length, they can be also looking as a 7. Because it's more than 1 stick long and it's multiple stick longs, we can stretch this out to be a 7. But now that 7 would be going that way. But it doesn't work out that way because it's number 4. So what is number 4? Well, I'm not sure what number 4 is, but I do know what number 7 looks like, and I do know what number 1 looks like. So somehow 7 and 1 can create 4 through what is number 1. And you can also see that there's dimension to this, right? And then there's a little bit of dimension inside of this. I don't know which angle they're going on. I'm trying to see where am I with this? I'm trying to think. 4 is a bridge. I'm trying to think. It's also an arrow. The arrow goes with FedEx. I'm just trying to think. I need to have some of my coffee. I need to just stop for a second. I'm seeing something and I want to share it. And the reason I wrote billiards and pay none is on a Jewish tombstone. The Hebrews who follow the moon, the Hebrews, to where when a boy becomes a man at Yo, which represents Earth and Mars, is the age of 13. At the age of 13, you have been alive on this planet for 169 moons, plus the birth moon of your birth. 170, 169 plus 1. That is the icon that takes you into the game. That is your avatar in Monopoly. Monopoly board is set up as 66666. It is a 20 by 20 board. It has 40 areas, yet you cannot get the Mediterranean until you roll 41. That is your NADNA. That is your birth to the half moon. Half moon. How do you get a half moon? You cannot get the 0.5 is the E world. It is a passage. It is to one side and the other is to encompass that passage. When you do this, you create 10 from what was once 11. If you shake somebody's hands, give them a high 10 like this, it's 55 on 55. But if one person of 2 switches over their hands, their thumbs both become on the outside, creating 66, 666. How they transferred over from 10 and 11 in creation. The game is called Sick Bow. I'm going to look for the game right now and show you that in the game that comes from the Asian peninsula, it will show you the game. It'll show you the odds. They give you odds. The odds tell a story. They take those odds because of the obligation in Matrix. It obligates you to follow exactly the parole. If you do not follow the information, the people governing the information and giving it out to we the people okay, is in control on demand by we the people. And it is in demand and it has to be done because we the people would never be able to fathom what is going on under this, under the guise of the birth onto this planet, where we were made to take so many choices upon color, upon religion, upon different sects and fates and thoughts of a God and a this and a that and everything else, instead of just trying to remember that there is 3 basic rules in life. And it's not for me to tell anybody what they are, but communication is huge. An argument is an uncompromised discussion. So how do we learn to discuss? What does it mean to be fair? Why black and white? And why does the judge take so long before he or she makes a decision upon what might be the truth and what might be a lie? 3 letters into 81, i.e. 14 plus 12, 26. Inside the game, 26 and 55. 26 and 55. Your freedom in the ho, ho, ho world in rotation. Ho, 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 23, 23, 23, 69 to 92. That is the reverse in its creation. And a gentleman made a video, and I ripped out the page because I didn't like that it wasn't neat. And the page is right here. And it was everything to do with number 23. 1 times 23, 2 times 23, all the way until I got to this one over here. And number 23 works like the 5 rotation. It is inside what I showed you earlier with roulette. I showed you it was 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And I said, show me the 9 happens to be the smallest number because the numeric value of 9, now there's 2 ways to see this situation. It has to be discussed. I'm going to show it to you this one simple way, my way, because the other way is something I haven't discussed and I don't want to get into it right now because it's just questionable. It's got to be like, you got to just go over it. There's 2 different situations. One where there's 9 area spaces and 16 dots, pi. And the other one is 4 area spaces and 9 dots. Okay, die pi. That's what it is. I'll show you. Check here. Look, you see, first you have this, and you have this, and you have this, and you have this. Okay, so what happens to make this is you got 1, 2, 3, 4 corners, and now you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 in the center. So here you have 4 boxes, 4 box, 9 dot, and the letters are die. And here you got 1 box, 4 dot, and here you got here you got the bed. Okay, so it's 1 and 4. Nah, this is where nah comes in. Your DNA comes in from here. In this one over here, which is the same as this one over here, is you got 1 here. Whoops, sorry, you got 1 here and 1 here. I'm a little upset that I put so many dots down. Hold on a second. I don't want to rush this. Let me get this right. Okay, so you have 1 here and 1 over here and 1 here and 1 over here. So that's your box. So now we have to understand, also, we have to understand that this, okay, is number 13. It's a question. Can it be number 13? I'm not happy with the camera. Hold on a second. Let me fix this. Okay, what happens over here, okay, is there's 4 boxes, so that's an automatic. So everything starts at D4, and then from D4, we're going to count 9 dots. Or we're going to count 9 dots and then call this 11, 10, 11, 12, and 13. 10, 11, 12, and 13, 46, 13, 13. Or do it the other way. Whichever way, we can call this 9, 13. We can even call it number 1 because that's the position. But 9 is all of them. So let me get into this one. So now we have the 4 corners. So we have 4. Then we have the inside. So we have 2 here and 2 here and 2 here and 2 here. So we have 22 and 22 and 22 and 22. We have 88. We have Pegasus. So now we have 2, 4. We have a total of 8. And then we have on the inside 4. So this is inside, inside, what do you want to call it? Inside dots, and this is the 4 corners, and this is inside the corners. So I'm just trying to think, but this, anyways, whatever it is, it's now Pegasus. So now we have 88, which is the numeric value for Pegasus. We have the square planet. Okay, we have the numeric dots that talk to us. Okay, sorry, it is Pluto. So we have Pluto birth in Pegasus. Now the thing about this is this, I'm just trying to think which way I'm going to look at this. No, okay, let's not, because I can't explain it. So now we have what is, we have 4 and 8 and 4. We have 4 on the inside, we have 4 on the outside, and we have 8 in the center. 4, 8, 4 is my equation. 4 on the inside, 4 on the outside, 4 and 4. Did I get that right? 4 on the outside, 4 on the inside, and 8 in the center. 4, 8, 4. Right. 12, 12. The end cycle is right here. 5784. This is an end cycle. Remember, the end year. Okay. I just want to show you something that there's this year is this year. But in reality, it's plus all the months. So when we get to September, right, this is going to be 83, and this is going to be 23. This means ending, meaning over, done. Born July 4th, 1963. July 4th, 1964. Okay, you celebrate your first birthday. When you celebrate your first birthday, you're 1 year plus. So when you come to the celebration of 23, it is ended. And you start the next year. So when this year comes up, in the year of those who follow the moon, it means as is ended, and we are in the last cycle of this trick column, some kind of code inside of here. District of Columbia, some kind of code. It runs all of AI. Somehow it is, because it's AEI, and then it is AE, and then it is EI. But the thing is, it runs from B over to I and A over to H. So it runs A, F, it runs A over to E, and F over to B, 21, 15, 20, 45, 15, 35. See, this is where we are in roulette, the EI and not the AE. And I'll explain that. And I will also explain that where 9 and 8, this number was not in the field. Let me show you that roulette number. Get your foxhole. I'll get to be the right hand. I'm going back to the kitchen for something to drink. Give me a second. I have to check you out on Facebook here, because let me see. Okay, symmetry is where you're getting your info. Yes, symmetry, absolutely. Yes, I'm getting my info from symmetry. Absolutely. Absolutely. I wish I can understand more your MW. Symmetry, absolutely. I'm going to totally agree with you, Mr. Sater. So where is this? Where is that? Yes, 5 times. Okay, I don't know why you wrote that. How do you get on the Cinco examiners when you're section? Don't understand. Okay, 5 times 5, 5 plus 5 will equal 10 and 25. So you are the minion, okay, of the gateway of Earth. Okay, I'm not sure exactly what a minion is, but you do have to understand that we're transmitting all the time. Oh wow, I had something in my head. Yes, it was about craps. You see, the number 8 is not in there because 8 is 44. It is both heavens at the same time. It's 6 and 2. It's 5 and 3. It's 4 and 4. The field is noted to be everything below 4. Now we still have to understand, why is the field below 4, and how is 9 included in the field? Because 9 is the birth. It is the center in the heart of the atom. It is the single atom in the center. The single atom in the center and 8 atoms that are surrounding it. The value of every single dot, depending on how you want to calculate, right? And in each realm, we can switch the numbers around. Remember, I don't need to use the same barcode that you use for the same product. And then again, do we? Is that the way the system has changed? I'm just trying to remember where I was. Oh God, because I got something in my hand. Okay, number 10. Yes, so I used 5 times 5, 5 plus 5, and in the game, yes, because 9 dot is in the center. It's the center dot. It is all and it is nothing, but part of all. Without all, it is nothing. And with all, it is everything. It all comes together to close off the center. It closes off the center. So if I take away one corner of this, I will have 25 and 1 and 1. Because there's the one center inside of Rubik's Cube that I was never sure whether there was a cube there or not, or it's just an empty voided space for all the gears to move. So the center of Rubik's Cube that apparently controls 6 other colors is an empty voided space, so all the gears can move. So it just might be the oil company keeping the gears moving. How do you get on Cinco examiners when you're sectioned? I don't understand. Answer the question before it was asked. Precocious deja vu. Answer the question. 5 times 5, 5 plus 5, 25 and 10. So you said it before me. I don't remember what happened. 5 times 5, 5 and 5, I think, is the word warm. The word warm. I should have a list that just pops up. You know what I'm saying? All the 2-letter words, that add up to number 10, all the 2-letter words that add up to 11, all the 2-letter words that add up to 12, all the 2-letter words that add up to 54. And if it was 54, it's impossible. There is actually, is it impossible? No, it's not. W is 24, and C and W, CW is 27. So if we have all the initials of people that add up to the total of 27, it will tell us a story. Yes, Mr. Sater, you're absolutely right. I was just 45, Trump 17. Yes, absolutely. Donald Trump is exactly those numbers. I forget what the scenario is, but on roulette, Q inverts with T. Q inverts with T in where the reverse side of the dice of 22 is 55, and that's supposed to be your liberty freedom. Drive DI, drive alive at 55. Yes, I was working on an equation. I was working on the equation. I just remembered the equation now. 22, 55, 10, and 7 equals to 17. I just lost the idea of the equation again. Wow. A through E is B, C, D, which is as E through I, which is F, G, H. But I, I has to disappear and somehow go over here, and E has to go over here, and H has to become F, and then we have gematria. And that's the way it works, where I and G now come together. That's right. I remember what it was. Right. So to finish off with these dots. So once we finish off with these dots, what we have is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here we have 9 box I. And we have 16 dot P. So here we have P, pi, and here we have die. And in the French language, all the days end with DI, number 49. And number 49 is a reflection of birth in the half world. Right? You can even put the B on it, your mother that gave birth to you. There you are, gave birth to I. The R letter from the D letter. The D giving life. D4, V22, reverse the E world spirit, the freedom of movement, the freedom of thought, the freedom of choice until you get yourself in trouble because you weren't taught, corrupted motherboards. So where were we going with this? So we had die, we had pi, so pi comes in right over here because you are born into the heavens of the seventh gate of the divided world. There is no 9. 9 is part of 8, and seventh gate is where 8 is. The seventh gate, the heavens, the divided world, the seventh gate, when you open it up into the heavens, the connected world, all you did is you divided the world in half. It's the same heaven, but you created a gate, 77. 1 7 over there and 1 7 over here. I could have put 33 if I wanted to, 33, 73. So what is this and why did I do it? And don't forget, if I did do it, I would have to jag it like this. It's an automatic jag this way, or it's an automatic jag that way. It might be either a moving river, if we'd be looking at this way. It can also be used as the M and the W. Again, the reason is the pixels, my obligations, and the corners. But why did I do that? There was another reason I did it. Oh, yes, because when you climb up, you have to keep the heart. They splice together like a puzzle. So it's on this side, on that side, and this side, on that side. So you need all the extra jagged pieces at the end. You just can't take part of it because you're taking less than who you are. It's this side of the puzzle is more onto this side of the puzzle. So that way we can have our connected life. Maybe it's the 3 oceans. This has to do with Pluto and area space. 32 and 12, 44 and 44 area space and Pegasus. So yeah, so we had pi, we had di, and now we can go even further than this, because this, okay, this is a basic, I don't know, let's call it a 4D atom, and this is a singular atom. Maybe we can call this Adam and Eve, I don't know. So yeah, so the V, let me get back to the V. So again, wait a second. Yes, okay. These two together again create 26. The game, the God. And V is for life, and ape, okay, is 22. Back into the E world. And it is the letter V. In fact, we're in the year of TV. Reverse of this is, that's the reverse of TV. V reverses E. T reverses G. So it can be the reverse. Where are we right now? Yes, we did 1 and 7. There was a reason, another thing about 1 and 7. God, 1 and 7. There was something about 1 and 7. Let me write it down. 1, 7, 34, 65, 109, AI. If you want, 7, 11. Inside 7, 11. 19, 29. 19 and 29. The birth and the birth spirit of man. The reason for this, where do I get it from? The continuation of this will stop here with 10 and 9, and that will be G. The reverse of this will be QR, QRC, which is the end time right now. So if you know anything to do with QRC, okay. This one has to do with the sun birth. Okay, together they go together for it to create the 39 angels. 9 and 9 is 18 through Venus. 9 times 9 is 81, 1881, 99 inside of Jupiter. Man inside of Jupiter, controller of the 3 shifts of the moon. 13, 13, 13 equals to 39, and 13 equals to the 52 weeks. Working, I'm not sure if they're working in 3 and 1 and 3 and 1 and 3, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 13. So I think it's 1 and 3 and 1 and 3 and 1 and 3 equals to 12 and then 1. And that would be the end cycle of the moon I was talking about earlier. Wow, I can't believe I jumped over that last piece that I was talking about over here with the 52 weeks. Do you remember earlier we spoke about the 52 weeks? Okay, and I said we need to have 16 cubes in order to create 12 moons. So on the 17th cube, which is Q, which is also reverted to 1 times 7, 1 plus 7, creating G and H. G and H, the letters together, okay, would be T and S, like in first, where P and H, the sound of F, comes from over here, 39 and 15. This is where Mars doors comes in, 7 and 8, inside of Q, which comes from Earth and the atom in Venus, the heavens of Venus, the 1 quarter world. You can only have 2 at a time. It's quarter worlds put together. And it's put together by thirds. So figure that one out. How do you do that? There's 6 sides to the dice. 3 sides, okay, are mirrored. 4 sides create a round. 2 sides create a pole. Remember that. So now, what is the complete rotation of this moon? In 1 year, we used 16 of these. We used 16 of these. 336 days. Rotation, creation of the sixth light inside the sun. Something to do with the sun and Jupiter. Okay, and it explains it right here that the gateway is right here. I don't know what 6 times 54 is. 54 times 6, 324. Okay. Okay, so let me figure this out for a second. So we have 16. We have 16 cubes times 54 equals to 864. 864 times 24 times 60 times 60 equals to, now let me do this again. 24 divided by 60 divided by 60 equals to, 24 times 60 times 60. Same number. Seconds in a day, counting by the 100. Counting by the hundreds, because the seconds count by the hundreds. So we have to remember that it's all about the equation. We have to know how to use the equation to bring everything together. Well, they say, well, there's only one equation. No, we're always using the same equation. So where were we with this? Yes, so I'm over here with the Q gateway through the moons. So what happens right after you break through the seconds on the next moon, which is the 13th moon, which is the moon of man, okay, 13 times 13, which is the queen that comes in, you end up putting up one more moon, which would be the 17th cube. I'm just trying to see if my numbers are right. Every cube is 54 times 16 equals, okay, 864. Okay, so 17 times 54 equals to 918. 918. 918. 3 times 6, 3 plus 6. That's our creation. And even in roulette, it's the same thing. You put down one chip on a number, okay, and they give you back 35 when you get that number, and you get your 36 right back because you're coming into WBG. Win a big Rex. Win big, a sun gate. A sun gate is coming in. When you divide anything by 7, you will always get this answer in any order. Always telling you a story. Here is where the male and the female come together to a single moon through the gateway of NA, of NA. Here is where the cycle runs inside the sun, 4 and 5, D and E, the sun cube. It's a sun cube. I'm going to try and see if I can explain it. 4 corners. All we need to create is 4 corners. If there is no passing dot in number 4, we go all the way around, call 4 0. 4 equals 0. 0 equals 6. We now transformed it. And what happened to 4? 4 transformed into 6. Those 2 dots in the center, they're just middle points. It didn't add. It only lessened the value and made the area smaller. That's all it did. A, B, C equals to 6. You add on D equals to 10 equals to 0. Everything coming into the center is your 10. Although it is 9, it is 10 because you're coming in from 1 all the way to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're coming into the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're coming into the center. And if you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 both ways, or if you go 5 into 1 from 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? You end up with 15, and 15 equals to 30. But the actual answer is 15 and 10 equaling to 25. We're not going to overlap the heart. Where was I with this? We did that. We did, yes, so the 17th moon, which is man's moon, is that where that gateway is in the year, that extra moon in the year. I did want to mention something about the ace, the 7, the 1, the 4, right? We did that thing. 13 is part of the 4. 9 we spoke about is because 9 is the complete face. It is every single one. So is it more or is it less? If you add up 1 to 9, it equals to 45. So is it all or is it nothing? Why is 9? Okay. Or because it's used with 2 dice, okay, maybe it can be looked at another way. 9 is also, I'm going to say love, 3, 6, and 4, 5. The opposite of 9 is 5, so that is the birth in the E worlds. So since 9 is the birth in the E worlds, there's your one birth. Number 9, dead center. Should I explain that again? I'm going to explain it one more time. Where is number 9? Number 9 it is the E world. It is the E world where it basically it goes E, E, I. You're connected. That's basically where you are. You're standing right here, and here is your light. 5, 9, 5. E-I-E-I-O. 59 seconds, O. 59 minutes, O. 59 minutes, 59 seconds, E-I-E-I-O. And animals and man, A, and man, M, A-M, equaling to the 91 spirit, A-I. We're on the same day. The word and it can also be transformed to DNA, and in French, it is ET. 20 and 5. Jack. It is the 5D world. 5D world. 1010. Oh boy, I'm thirsty. I just wanted to say a few more things, and I still didn't speak about what I came here to talk about earlier on. Oh, wait a second. Wow, hold on. You got to get the foxhole. Sorry, 5-5 is loud and clear in Army terms. Five. Okay, the word 5 is number 42. It can also say we're in sync. The word it can be in sync because in French, okay, it's sank. And when it sinks, we all know that the 4 that goes with the 5 creating the face 9 is the cat sank. Meaning I have a cat. The cat doesn't like water. The cat is known for electricity for the power lines. The cat sank, touched the water. There was communication. Cat sank. Where was the communication? In Venus. Okay, double Venus 22 is life. The reverse cube of 5 is 2. Otherwise, it is 5 and 5. 5 and 5 also comes from what is A through F. Okay, on the cube, which is both sides of the cube. What is the head and what is the tail? 5-5 is everything that takes you from every direction into the center, meeting at that center point. In all actuality, not everybody can meet at the center at the same time, and everybody has to stay a certain distance around, letting one into the center. Once you let one into the center from any area space, that area space will become null and void because one person or one thing or one entity has now passed through, entering into the system. You're not always on the runway. I still don't know the Cinco Examiner sections. I'm looking for something in my head. The E-I-E-I-O. The 9 is the birth that comes into the heaven through the 7th gate, living under the sunlight. 6. What is 4, 5, and 6? Through the one spirit inside the 4. over here. Your sixth light comes to life, igniting the sixth life. Although you're the sixth life, you are living in the E world under 5 and 6. That is your Yo-Alev. It is your alpha beta creation through the understanding that the reverse of 5 and 6 is 1 and 2. Noting that we are the children of God, and we have to understand, just like we're still in kindergarten, a little bit higher up. Why do you say everything you are saying comes from preciousness? This shit planet down here. Leo. I'm not sure if I have it. I think it's Leo. I don't see it. Doesn't show me. You know, there's just so many things, even folds. You know, you see this thing over here, 5 and 2. The 5 is showing 2 folds. The 2 is showing 2 folds. If I drew that on a little bit different of an angle or put an extra square in it, and then you can see down here how 3 of them, okay, and they're just on the points. But with that razor blade angle iron going through, okay, it shows the distance dimension. I don't know what else there are. And that's basically this is a bunch of papers that I try to bring in, but I can never. And then there's the understanding how the dice cube is set up, right, to each side of the cube, what it's looking like. You know, and then the real dimensions of the cubes. Because for me, if you want to do it this way, the cube is not this big. The cube is like bookends. I'm going to put one piece over there and one piece over there, but it's got to be set up according to whatever. I don't know how far out each one of the 26 cubes went. And don't forget, there's 8 corners to these cubes. Remember, there's 8 corners to these cubes. 8. There's a total of 26. There's 8 corners. There are 18 in between. 18 and 8. Remember that number, 23 divided by 1. And I just watched a video of somebody doing this. I knew I saw this somewhere before. So remember, the 9 plays from the 5 position. The birth plays from the E world. The 6 is on one side of the dice. Okay, the 1 is on one side of the dice. The 6 is on the other. In order for the 1 to come out inside of what 5 and 6 is Yo-11. They call this out in the game of craps. 11. Yo-Alev, which is 6 and 5. The reverse is 1 and 2, 3. 3 and 11 coincide in the Heaven's Gate, which is the game of pool. The separation of the stripe and the solid is 3 and 11. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 3. It becomes 33. 3 11s equals to 33, rotation of the sun and the Christ. And 11 times 11 times 11 is 1331, including what is 13, what is man, what is also the cycle of 5775, which is 31 plus 13 plus 31, 31 plus 13 plus 31 equals 5775, which is 1925, 1925, 44 area space. So why am I here and what am I doing? I'm sharing what I believe is the truth in my science, in the science that has been created by others that I am just reincarnating, to where my question is my math correct? Is the word that I chose to say as the word game, do the alphabetical letters in the word add up to the numeric value that I divulge onto the screen at the present moment? As so, the word game, G7A1, equals to 8. That is your gateway. M13, matter, Mars. E5, 13 and 5 is 18, plus 8 equals to 26. Game, card, 3, 1, 18, and 4, 26. 2 times 6, 12. The inside of Rubik's Cube, 2 plus 6, 8. The corners of Rubik's Cube. Spread the cube across the universe, and everything else is inside. The heart, the 27th area. Where is that 27th area that's gearing everything? How can we find that 27th area? 72, 86, NGC, Pegasus, 88, rotation of the Heaven's Gate, headquarters to the Fox and passage to some kind of energy or reflection from the sun or the window. Okay, let me look at a few more things here. I just lost my trend of thought where I was going. Also, 9 times 5 is 45. 9 plus 5 is 14. 14 creates 4 and 5, but it gives 4 and 5 a direction, because 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 is 5 and 4 or 4 and 5. When I go 9 times 5, it's a fixed 45. So that is the foxhole. So it can't be reverted to the sun, because the sun would be 54. So when I go 1 times 4, which is NA, by the way, whatever that means. Let me. Okay, let me see the next one. Oh, I get free energy I get excited when I find out all this information and I share it. It's unbelievable. And the more people that come here, the more people that ask questions, the more that I can share, the more memory it is. The more that people see the same science together, the easier it is for someone to remind somebody else that can help somebody else to remember. We can't all remember and do everything in life. There's so much to do with so little time. So if there's just a few that can bring out the good word, the truth, and we can spread the good word by the honor of the truth and by the word, and stand behind each other as the security in the backs of each other, then we can bring this house together. This is the house of the Kabbalah we are living in. We're in the house of bondage, the bond age. James Bond, 007, 2 twin gates breaking through the Heaven's Gate. Something to do with the ocean. Base is number 27. Okay, now if you do know, I'm going to just show you this, that I'm hungry. And also the Tesla energy, the vortex, there's a bunch of cubes inside the vortex. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see this, but here's a Y. Here's a Y, and here's an X. X, 1, Y. And then here is 1 and 1. It's 1 and 1 here, and then there's 1 in the center. Okay, this corner and this corner is 37. This corner and this corner is 37. And then, well, now that the what's it called's in the way, and then right over here is an X. So it's Y, 1, X, Y. Well, actually, it's Y, 1, X, 11, Y, 1, X. So 1 is to the left, 1 is to the left, and there's 1, 1. It's 1 to the left, 1 in the center, 1 to the left. It's 1 to the left, 1 left and right, and there's 1 to the center. But this one is going to be a 1 and 1, this one over here, because it has to be inverted. See, I didn't use the top dot, but now I'm going to use the bottom dot and go to the 4th cube, the empty space. When I drag it down this way and bring it up. Now the question is, maybe I shouldn't be on the dot. Maybe I should be in between the dots right over here, and then go up over here, and then draw a straight line down. And I don't remember what it's going to do. I'm going to have to take a look at it. You can see what it does over here on the end one. I made a few different designs in all of them. On the end one, we have, if you take a look, it says 80. Right here on the more to the right of the screen in the center. Here it says in yellow between the red, the yellow on an angle says 80. And then over here it's 88. See, in the Y, it says 80. In the X, it's 88. In the Y, it says 80. In the X, it's 88. 7, 8, 7. That's what it's showing me right here. 787 is what it's showing me over here. So it's going to be 1771. The reason for that, in order to create the base of 7 and 8, it's 1 times 7, 1 plus 7. That is created, okay? That is created by either number 18 or 81, and is also created by number 52 because they both create number 17, which is 1/3 of the value of Mars, which when you do it to a Pythagorean letter count, which means the complete word at the end, whatever the total is, but we're adding up the single digits in each letter, okay, will total to, I don't remember. Irrelevant. Anyways, equaling to 17. Yes, so in Mars, so when I count the single digits in Mars together, what happens is it becomes 25. It becomes Earth. 17 and 17 become Earth. 17, 17, and 17 become 33, creation of the Sun and Mars. Mars is the full figure count, and the creation of the Sun is the Pythagorean count. Let me see again. No, it becomes the rotation of the Sun. 2, 1, 2, if I remember, in the E world. Because what I do is 17, 17, 17. So it's 1, 7. And then underneath, I'm going to have to write this out. I'm holding on to this book. I got Freaky over here in front of me. Yeah, so, and I'm gonna have to take another 5-minute break. Where am I? 9. So if this one is in the center, valued at 9, right? Then each one of these is valued at 1. But the reality is 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. You know why I do that? Whoop. You know why I do that? So we got 12 to the corners and 8 on the inside. Why do I do that? Because of the colors of Rubik's. Oh yeah, we were talking about 17. This total is 51 plus 17 equals 68. The house planet. 4 times 2, 4 plus 2. The house of DC. Okay, I'm going to be taking just a little break. We're going to work on this piece over here. Let's take a couple of minutes and we'll get back here. Let me read the rest of these comments first. EIEIO, farmer in the Dell Computers, chicken rooster in the barnyard. You open up the barnyard door, there's an X holding the door together, but you can never put a piece of wood. Are you going to bring 4 parts of a piece of wood together? No, you're going to have 1 piece of wood this way and then 2 braces. That X, okay, the barnyard door is an X, and that X is going to be actually Aleph. It's going to be God embracing these straight boards. God is embracing 1111. So now God embraces the E world, the D world, because here's the embrace. It is the fifth element, and here's the 1111 coming together. This is how we taught the count, and that's Aleph. This is 1 and 23 coming together. This is from Hebrew. This is Aleph Tav, TA. This is the cat, District of Columbia. I have to go to the kitchen and do this. I really have to get something to drink. But okay, let me just read a quick. Wow, my doctors told me I am not alone. Okay, equals world is cube, y being shackled by the moon. Okay, 27. What do you mean by Izzy? Can you somehow explain that? Is it Izzy or Lizzie? Yeah, every letter polarity equals 27. What is G and P? Is that gap? Is that gap? And the thing about G and P is we also have to understand you must include the French, because without the French, I can't do it. Yes, those angles of T. Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to TV. The gap between T and V. Luxor, temple Luxor equals action. Well, act 10. On, the word on for me, I'm stuck to this. The minute I see the word on, right away it means pi. It's numeric value 14th and 15th letter. It is the new beginning of what is the reversal of the end. Let me explain it. The L and the M is the end of the first 13 letters in the alphabet. It is the new beginning of the next 13 letters in the alphabet, but it is actually the meeting point between L and between KLM and NOP. So that's where KLM 11, 12, and 13 equals to 36. Reflect now NOP 14, 15, and 16 equaling to 45. That is love, by the way, LOVE. And there's polarities, DCs inside of this. This is complete creation. And the only numbers that are not there are 1 and 2. Remember, if 1 and 2 were not there, they are actually there in their polarity between 6 and 5. So that would mean they might be on the ring, and the pole is 3 and 4, because 6 and 5 are next to each other. They're at a 90-degree angle, and 3 and 4 are a 180-degree angle. So you have to remember that 3 and 4 are 180 or 18. 6 and 1 are 18, but I don't have that equation there. So give me 2 minutes. Let me look at this. I need to take a couple of minute breaks. James Fleming, who is that? Let me take a look on my Facebook page and see if I can get direct comments or something. Where is my Facebook page? Okay, here it is. No one's said a word. Let me go to my what's it called page. Okay, let me go to my Hey, one watching now. I guess that's me. Seth Black. Okay. Let me see. Wow, am I seeing all my comments? I'm a flat. Yes, Seth Black. I don't know. Everything just disappeared. Are you still around? Planets. Oh God, I like it. Planets. Yes, yes. Sorry I didn't see that. I'm not seeing everything. I got to set up better than this. Can't see the mouse. Oh, Jiminy crickets. I guess you're gone by now, right? Okay. Yeah, it shows that no one ever watched. And I had something really, really hot I did yesterday. It was freaking amazing when I saw this. I'm going to take a 2-minute break. Maybe somebody can. Do I love you? Are you going to watch my desk? You're not coming on this desk, are you? Are you? Are you going to lie down on this desk? What are you going to do? Tell me what you're going to do. You're not going to lie there, are you? What do cats do? Look at this organism. Made to do just this. This is what it was made to do. This is an information center, picking up all the microbes in the air. This cat doesn't go to sleep. This cat processes. This is a processor. That's why it purrs. It's processing. When the cat sleeps, okay, let me show you what I believe. The difference between a human and a cat. When the human goes to sleep, the human does this. See, my hands are outside of the picture. When a cat goes to sleep, cat goes to sleep like this. One antenna in this world, one antenna outside in the other world. Always recepting. Okay, let me see this piece over here. Oh, yes. Yeah. So the moon is on or the moon is off. And the word off is 666. And it's the cube as well. And you can also do I do word polarities also. And a 2-letter word is the sun. The 3-letter word is Venus. And I don't have a 4-letter word, but for the 4-letter word, I'm now going to maybe separate it as 3 letters and 1 letter. Or maybe I'll change it a little bit. And if there's a vowel in it, I'll change the word up. Now we'll use 3 consonants or 3 vowels, 1 consonant, 3 consonants, and 1 vowel. So it'll be separated for the 3 and 1. Usually in a word, there's a vowel, right? How many words do we know that there's no vowels? There are French words, okay, that there are no consonants. The word yes, okay, in French is 3 vowels, 6, 3, 9. In Spanish, okay, it's 199. It's also, again, Mars and Jupiter, one of the poles in Jupiter because of a 1. It's a 1 or it's a 2. Now, they always say in binary it's a 0, so I have to understand what the 0 means, and it might be talking about this. When you have this, there's nothing in between here, so I go all the way around. But is there another way to do this? That's the only way you can measure it. I don't want to get into that right now. It's too much. I need to get something to drink. I'll finish with this in a minute. Oh, there was one other word I wanted to write down. I think that's the way you write it. While I'm taking my break, can you look this up? Look up the word this in French. Birth in the sun, twin suns. Not me talking. Ask the numbers. That's right. No. Sly, 81. Okay, yeah, I'm taking a couple of minute break. I'm going to leave you with, I'm going to leave you like that maybe. Or maybe I'm going to put a band up. Here, whatever you want to know, this is next year. This is next year coming. Tell me something about this. There's 600 years missing from here. Creation is based on the first 600 years. That's what it took to create. Remember that. After that, if I understand correctly, it might have been 600 years, and then went down to 500 and then 400 years at a time. The 600 years is the primary creation in order to create the inside area space. And then there was 75 years. That was for the moon. And so I'm not really sure what the cycle is. And if you add up 84 and 51, it's 135, which talks about the sun, or 63, which talks about creation sun. S-O-N. In French, you can say N-O-U-S. Look it up, N-O-U-S. Number 53, you can see where phi is. You can see at 50. What is the difference between 50 and 53? I don't remember in this. I think 50 is where the D comes in. You remember I said when the measurements is with number 4? So in order to create the number 4, you would have the D. But the whole thing is when it's a 0 like that, it shows it's taking up 2 linear spaces. So I have to think about it. Still to be discussed. Back in a minute. We're going to take a 5-minute break. We're at 2:32 of the video. We're going to come back at 2:37. Hey Leo, how you doing? If you want, maybe. But I don't even know if I can answer the call. The thing is, I need to save this apartment. We got to raise $2 million and buy this place. I don't know what I should be eating. I shouldn't be eating anything this time. My leg is killing me. My leg is killing me. My leg is killing me. So I'm cutting up a zucchini here. You know, I don't watch very many videos, but what I used to see is, people clowning around and, doing comedy and stuff like that. And I do my comedy with my work. I'm more of an entertainer than anything else. And somebody once said to me, you're not afraid that everybody gets your information? I want to tell you something. Sometimes we have to give them an information overload. Not care where we search, not care in a certain way for a certain reason about certain things. Okay? I'm going to the washroom for a minute. If a vehicle is stopped, one second. You have one choice. You have one choice. You either continue walking or you stop walking. If you continue to walk, you are continuing the action you are in. If you stop walking, you will stop the action you are in, and you will be standing. So you stopped where you are, and you started where you are. You did two things where you are, the beginning and the end. The dot, the area of departure. We can move in two directions at one time, leaving 6 more directions and in between directions. Again, back to Rubik's Cube. Let me read the comment. $51, $51, $24, $666. The vibration is in 2, 3, and 4 between 1 and 5, AE, AE. The total is 15, 15 is 30. They play that way in love and tennis. 24 is the gateway between EI, EIO, for the reason that although 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equal to 6 and 8. One second. It is what is the word 9 equals to 42. The word 5 equals to 42. In the deck of cards, the 5 goes into the 9, the 1 goes into the 5 goes into the 9, 51 is the birth, where 9 is inside the field in the game of craps because it is in the 5 position. The 1 dot reverse 6 life plays in the 5 position. In the game of craps, they even tell you, yo, Alev, bringing 6 and 5 together is the only way. And the only way to get 3 is 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. That creates it. And it creates 1 and 2. And 1 and 2 is the reverse of what is yo, 5 and 6, 6 and 5. What is 12, 21? Coming of the student. The Y and the O are the 15th and 25th letter, which stands for blue, earth, and red Mars. How so? Mars is number 51, and the O letter is number 15. So the 4th planet, for the 4 dots in the 4 corners, equals to a circle around nothing, because nothing is there. Connecting the 4 corners square. Here, we're coming out, creating a circle. Here, it's a 4 corners square. And where does 4 take place? Remember, 4 is TH. It was first, it was second, it was third, and then, the ants come marching in. 4th, 5th. By the time you're finished saying it, you'll be coming all the way to number 19th. Thank God for 20th. Because in 20th, it's not 19th, it's 20th. It's tie, ETH. Tie up the 2 10s. Tie up 55. Tie up the E world. Tie up the birth in the E world, because there is no E world without the I birth. DC. I have to think. I'm trying to remember where I was going with this. Yes. So 24 also represents the cat. And before, about 15 minutes ago, I don't know if you remember, I was talking the way 8668 is the house planet as well it is DC, because we're using 2 cubes. In order to create 68, the halfway between the 2 cubes of 6 and 8 is 3 and 4, irregardless. Okay. 1 second. 2 cubes. This cube can do 4, 5, and 6. This cube can do 1, 2, and 3. 2 separate cubes. Why? Because in order to go from 4 to 3, you have to flip the cube twice. 2 moves. So instead of doing that, you move this one and this one. It's like this one goes to here, and then this one goes to here, and then click, click, click. Every 4 years, we click it over. Okay, this equals to 6. This equals to 8. Although this equals to 6, and this equals to 8. Although this equals to 6, and this equals to 8. The famous number 26 goes with Mars. The famous 35, freedom, goes with the gateway and the cat. The famous 44, area space, goes with mass creation of the sun. 6 and 8, 2 dice, 43. Disney, District of Columbia, Columbia Records. And there's more to figure out. So 17 and 17 equals to 34. This is another way to create DC from AC, because the other way to create it is from 13. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, instead of a conformed figure. How do we create 7 from 13? 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. 3 and 4, 7. So when we add it over here, 17 and 17, right? I'm going to do it like this, equals to 25, or 214. The cube in NA, DNA, Mars. Then this one over here, okay, is going to equal to 33, rotation. The reason I say rotation in the sun, the mathematics is 9 and 6. I'm trying to, all right, the mathematics of 9 and 6 equals to 15, and the multiplication is 54. So it's actually the sun birth and Mars, the student of Earth. This will become 11. This will extend. These two will extend into each other at the end. There'll be different turns. This one will equal to 20 and 9, 29, which is 18 and 11. In this one, I'm not going to go any further. This one will multiply to 5 and 6 equals to 11. This is one of the branches of it. It branches with this one, but it continues on. This one ends up to be 30 equaling to 41. This is your NA, your DNA birth. Okay, when you reverse 1221, yo 11, the student, then it becomes 54. So they come into each other. After this, you do this once. This is number 2. This is number 3. We'll create the 4th area, and they will match in the TH world in this scenario. The next 17 is what creates the C. Mars becomes the C inside of 17. I'm going to keep it this. Then after that, in the 4th area of 17, it becomes the divided house planet, and that's just after they pass Mars. Now we have the heavens create, Chai, 1 through 8 on the cube. The Chaldean and the alphabet both end at 8 Pythagorean count. Only gematria ends at the gateway. So with this count over here, this will be another 17 equaling to 68. And that 68 is going to continue on, and it'll create that's right. Back into Rubik's Cube, back to the queen, back to the dog, back to the card, back to the planet. The cube, sorry. The corners and the sides of the cube. And the last one becomes 41. AD. A to B to C to D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at the gate. I don't know why I did that. Anyways, this one will run back into the birth in the sun this equation. But 17, 18, and 19, 34, 36, 38, 51, 54, 57. Mars, the sun, and the moon. MSM. Mars, the sun, and the moon. The total here is 54 average. The reason I picked these out is because the French language, okay, separates the 17, 18, 19. It talks about the angels. It talks about dominion. It talks about Saturn. The reason I'm saying this is because it has a value of number 39. 3 times 13 equals to 39. Why am I talking about that? I have to 5 and 8, 4 and 9, 6 and 7. Those are your 13s in numbers. The Mayan calendar also works with these. It works with 7s and 13s. It works with 1 and 6, 5 and 2, and 3 and 4. 7s and 13s. 7 and 6, 13, 4 and 3. I don't know what the angle is, but we have to know the angle. And if you're going to connect it, connect this corner here to this corner here. Connect this corner here to this corner here. And then 7. 7, 6, 13, 4, 3, 7. 4, 9, 13, 1, 6, 7. 8, 5, 13, 2, 5, 7. The whole Mayan calendar runs by this cycle. And anything divided by 7, it doesn't matter what it is, it's always going to have the same answer. You mad? Are you mad? Are you mad? Why do you have to go on the desk? What's so important on the desk? What is so important on the desk? Are you programmed to do this on purpose? Are you programmed to do this on purpose? Look into the camera. Tell everybody. Come on. Tell them. Come on. Come on. We want some information. We want some information. Look right into the camera. Come on. Talk. Talk. Tell them we need help on this planet. We're missing love. We need more people to love. We need more time to be at home with the children, with our kids, with our families. We need a better understanding for more respect amongst the people. That we should turn around, that we should be secure amongst each other. That we should understand the difference. And know that the only thing that's living on this planet is live for the living and care for the living. Forget about some of the books, what it taught us, what you think it taught you, how it told you. There's only one way, the righteous way for the children and the newborn. Okay, I'm going to get back to business. Okay, I'm going into the kitchen. Did I take my 2-minute break yet? I got to take 2 minutes. Let me see. I love the way you fuse polarity. Explain it to me because I don't even know what I do. Have you heard of 019? No, I haven't heard of the chip, but I sort of understand that because when you count from 1 to 19, believe it or not, it equals to 190. And 9/11 is 99 and 20 is 119, right? 9 times 11 is 99, and then 9 and 11 is 20, and that equals to 119. And 11 is part of creation. There's many ways to get to 11. It's 2 and 9, 11, 3 and 8, 11, 4 and 7, 11, 5 and 6, 11. And the 5 and 6, 11 is the only one that can be construed on a cube. The other 11s can't be construed on a cube unless you do this. 11, 7 come 11. Well, hold on a second. Here's the glossary. Don't look at the numbers I put up here. This is the glossary, these numbers, and here's the cube. They're both the same faces. I'm giving you numbers. The number 1 is in the area 5. The number 6 is 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3. So that's 6 and 24. That is the day. Here, it's 12 and 18, and that is the day. 30 is the day. There are 4 months of 30 days. 31 represents the moon. 31 represents the moon, 28 and 3. 28-day cycle and 3. I said that for a reason. I saw something in the screen. Why does 20, why, what did I say? 31, there are 7 months of 31 days. The moon cycle runs 31, 13, 31, 31, 13, 31, 13, 57, 75, 76 times 76 minus 1. 75 times 75 plus 75 plus 75, and there's more equations. But next year, coming this September, October, we fall into the year ending in 11. Your next year is your standard creation. Inside the year, what is 5784? We fall into that in about 6 months from now. It has never, ever happened before in the history books. And of course, everybody knows it's never happened because tomorrow has never happened. But in 6 months, according to the sequences of numbers, is a period of time of where numbers split apart and they come into a complete first of all cycles. The cycle ended in the year 2015. 20 and 15 are where the dartboard and the pool table came together. 20 and 15 equals to 35, where Kansas City Highway 35 and Highway 70 meet. Understand whatever it means about that. Where 3 and 5 equals to 8 and 7 equals to 7, equaling to that gateway tornado that happens in Kansas. Ho, ho, ho in rotation. Maybe it's rotation of Taurus in the sun. Remember, we funnel with 2 and 1. With 2 and 1, we can funnel in from the 2 moons of Mars with Phobos and Deimos, maybe piggybacking on some other moon through either Neptune or Saturn moons piggybacking their way in. There are no moons on Venus or Mercury because we are of their creation, and our moons are supported by Luna, Deimos, and Phobos. Well, for the longest time, I tried to understand what 7286, and it's the 1 cycle rotation at the gateways of Venus through the house of DC. 72 is your gateway, and the house of DC is 86. 2, 7 is on 1 cube. 2 and 7 is on 1 cube. 86 takes up 2 cubes. And how do we create 86? I know the downward is 43, and I'm going to take a 2-minute break. And you know what? No, let's not take a break. Feedback signs equals Izzy. I still have to understand that. It looks like 1222. ZZ equals 22. Is that correct? Boiling a frog, gay frogs equal crap. I love the way you fuse polarity. The French are revolting. They always have been. Absolutely The Latin language of love is Espanol, Spanish. That is the way to go. Spanish is one of the ways, but there's many levels of the Spanish skin. The reason I say that a skin is a covering for a multitude of races under different languages scattered throughout the world. Just some kind of vision I had. And that's it. I don't know what else to say. If somebody has something to say to me, go ahead. I'm here. I'm listening. I'm a little bit tired. I'm very tired. So my butt hurts really bad. And yeah, have a good night. And if CB Brown is out there, the 10 codes, you want to talk about the CB 10 codes. There's so many things to talk about. Anyways, I'm going back to the channel. I just jumped onto Facebook for 2 seconds. Did I say that? Facebook? I said that? Oh, I'm so sorry. I just made a mistake. 52, 61, 70, Izzy. And oh my God, there's the design inside the Z's. Flip them upside down. Too tired to continue. It's late at night. I don't know who the second person is. Is it on YouTube? Let me check this out. Is it on YouTube over here? No. Okay. It's going to be the end of the video. Time for bed. Time for bed. Good night. Good night. Good night. Thank you for watching this video.